Hello beautiful, I hope you're having an amazing day today. Today I'm going to be talking to you all about how to wake someone up spiritually. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, now I am super excited to dive into this topic with you guys today because it's something that's very much been presenting itself in my life and around me, and when that happens I know that I'm definitely not the only one out there who is wanting to wake some people up, and it's a natural feeling that we all have. As we spiritually awaken, as we grow and expand and evolve, many beautiful things happen to us. Abundance in all areas of life, in all different forms, finds us, and we just feel so much gratitude and overwhelming just epiphanies start happening. And when that happens with us, we naturally want the people that we love in our life to experience the same thing. But unfortunately, there is no switch. There's no switch. There's no one thing that you can do to wake someone up besides just being yourself. And that's what I'm going to get into here. I want to just acknowledge and validate you in the way that, yeah, it's super natural to want to do this for the people that you love in your life, for the people who are your best friends, your family, maybe someone who you're in a relationship with. You're seeing the light and you want them to see it too. And I want to tell you that we are all walking towards the light. We are all on our way there, but some of us wake up sooner than others. Maybe you woke up 3 years ago. Maybe you woke up when you were age 3. Maybe you woke up or are just waking up now. But whatever timing that you're at is divine timing. It is the perfect time for you. Just as those loved ones in your life, when it's meant for them to wake up, it's going to be the perfect time for them too. Because when it comes to change in our lives, we have to be empowered within ourselves for that to be a lasting result, not just an influence by someone else. So I'll give you the example here. When I went vegan, I wanted everyone to go vegan. I wanted my whole family to go vegan. I just wanted everyone to eat plants forever and be safe from hormones and chemicals and all that, and I had all the facts, and I just wanted to tell everyone and educate everyone and have them go through the same empowerment and change process and transformation that I did, because it was so powerful for me. But the thing is, as I'm spitting knowledge at everyone, that energy of me wanting them to wake up to veganism or wanting them to wake up to spirituality, it just pushes them further back because it's resistance. It's a natural resistance because people are meant to come to their own empowering, that place of empowerment within themselves to create the changes that they need in their life that are meant for them to move forward. Because for me, I educated myself about veganism. I was in the kitchen, I was getting more creative, I was learning about what foods felt right for me. I was binging on Freely, the Banana Girls content. I was on a journey there in its own self, and that was a very powerful journey for me. But just by me telling someone to go vegan and telling them facts, everything that I learned, it cannot be put into, like, let's say a small pill and be given to every single one of my family member and friends and be like, take this. Be vegan, life will be better. No, they need to come to that powerful conclusion within their own selves, because when we are emotionally charged about something, just as I was emotionally charged on that journey, that has created a lasting change within me. It's now who I am. It's now deep in my belief systems. Zoe eats plant-based because of XYZ reasons. And it's just who I am. I don't feel the need to try to drive everyone to be vegan around me. If people have questions, I'm there to answer, and I love to answer. But I'm no longer trying. Because when we're trying, we're doing versus being. And trying and doing, it not only expends a lot of our own precious energy, but it's met with resistance on the other side. Because it's not who we are. Now I want to know if that's resonating for you, doing versus being, because I definitely want to create a video on that topic as well for you. So how can I wake someone up? Because just as I'm acknowledged and validated, it's completely natural that when you make powerful change, you want someone to experience these powerful changes too. You wake someone up just by being yourself. I can tell you I've turned more people vegan just by being vegan and not talking about it, just being vegan and sharing that on Instagram, or having people ask, or just being at a restaurant with a group of friends and being the one who orders the vegan dish. That's how I spark people's curiosity. So many people have reached out to me in the past few years and, Zoe, your skin or your hair, or like, what do you eat? Or, you know, what's your deal? Like, what's your vibe? Like, why do you glow, let's say, from this? And I bring them back to being vegan. Sparks the curiosity. It's part of their journey. And likewise, when it comes back to spirituality, people just ask me questions. I might share, like I shared rapé on Instagram, which is a plant medicine I'm gonna share with you guys soon. I shared that on Instagram last week, and so many people reached out and said, what is this? I'm curious. I'm a part of their journey, just as you are a part of the journey for everyone else in your life. And as you raise your own consciousness, as you spiritually awaken, naturally the people who you spend the time with, they're gonna be awakened around your energy. Not because you're telling stories about aliens, not because you're talking about what happened in your meditation, but just solely because of your energy. Energy is everything. When you raise your consciousness, you raise your vibration. Your energy becomes more powerful, it becomes more magnetic, and people are drawn to that. That's why, you know, like I said, people ask me, what's your glow about? I'm like, well, I'm vegan. See, like, it draws people in. When you raise your consciousness, your energy becomes more magnetic. People become curious. If they're meant to be awakened, they will awaken. And with that being said, I also think it's important to address that some people may never wake up. And I know that that is not something that you want to hear, but it's something that I recently learned in my life, because there's been people who I've developed attachments to. Maybe this is friends, maybe this is someone who I had romantic feelings for, but I create attachments to people that I love naturally, because that's a human thing, and it just happens for us, and we just have to learn how to detach and what that attachment meant to us. But we have to face the reality that we cannot wake some people up, and that some people may never evolve out of that phase of their lives, and that's okay, because they're on their own perfect path and they're on their own perfect journey. If they're meant to wake up, they will one day, and most likely you are part of that process. You were like, you know, the Freely Banana girl to me, like, let's say, right? Like, if they're meant to wake up one day, guaranteed they're gonna think back and know that you were part of that process for them. But maybe right now in their life they're not, and maybe one day they won't. And that's a lesson that I really want to allow it to sink in with all of you, because the more and more that we try to hold people's hands through transformation and growth, that in itself is that resistant energy. Imagine it's like flowing downstream. Everyone's flowing downstream towards the light. Some people are going faster than others. Some people are, like, you know, surfing their way there. Or some people are, you know, the slowest ones on the river. But when we're trying to hold someone's hand, it's like we're resisting our own flow, because we're grabbing branches. We're floating down the river and we're like, no, I gotta bring this person with me. I want them to come with me. I want them to see what I'm seeing down here. I want to just control the view for them. You see how much that's robbing them of their own journey, of their own empowerment, of coming to that place of conclusion within their own selves? You don't want to steal that from them. You just want to be who you are, who you truly are, and honor that, because that is what inspires them. Your energy inspires them. They'll ask the questions and they'll become curious. But there's also something to be said about just truly recognizing, like, for example, in a romantic partnership, if one of you is evolving faster than the other person, it's a matter of if you guys can grow together, or there might be this happening of growing apart. And I think it's important to explore what that looks like, because I had a call with one of my coaching friends last week, and we were just discussing relationship coaching and the aspect of one evolving faster than the other. And she explained to me, you know, at this one point I was hand-holding, and I realized I was hand-holding for the longest time, because finally this individual came to the light, and he had all these epiphanies, and I was like his savior, and, you know, I nurtured him through that process. And then she said it was very difficult for her to feel any type of romantic connection to that partner, because she basically mothered him through that process. She tried so hard to bring him to the light. She was getting excited about these epiphanies, but at the end of it, she couldn't feel attracted to him anymore because she felt more like a leader or a teacher. I mean, everyone's our teachers, but you know what I mean? She felt more like a motherly figure than his partner, his life partner, his romantic partner. And that relationship left. And I can say the same about relationships that I've been in the past. I have tried to yank the people that I've been in a relationship with to a spiritual awakening of some kind. I've lent them books that they never opened. I'd, you know, bought them gifts or told them to meditate and they never followed my advice and I became attached to it. And there's all these things. But when you finally come to that place of understanding that you actually can't wake someone up, and by holding their hand, you're resisting your flow and you're resisting them from the awakening too. Once you just let go, you just allow it to happen and you can detach. It's easier said than done, but take what I'm saying and keep it there intellectually, and it's only a matter of time because you're calling in this knowledge, because you're here watching this video right now, that it is going to download into your heart. It's gonna make that journey from the head to the heart, and then it's gonna download into your inner knowing, and it's just gonna become who you are. I no longer hold people's hands. You know, of course, sometimes we're never aware of these things, but in relationships, I do no more hand holding. I just be who I am. If people have questions, I'm there with all the answers, and you know, I will just start spitting all the knowledge that I have. But yeah, just understand that the best way to wake someone up is just by being yourself and being detached from them and their process. Understanding that we're all here on our own unique journeys. Like I said, we are all walking towards the light, okay? We are all walking there. All of us as human beings. I feel like I should draw something on the board because I didn't. It just really helps me when I'm standing up talking and having this here. But all of us human beings, we're all here. Some of us are, you know, way up here. Some of us are right up there by the sun. And the rest of us are just walking there. We have to trust that everyone is on their perfect path for them. They all came here for a specific purpose, just like you did. And they're all part of the wonderful journey of life that we're all on. We're all on the planet right now for big things, okay? And them walking their path and them not being awake yet is exactly where they need to be for this whole puzzle to unfold. Just like you being woke and you watching this video, because if you're watching this video, you've awakened, so congratulations. You play a very important role here too. So anyways, let me know if you guys like this type of content. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe down below. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye.